I don't care what anybody says. The addition of Roquan Smith, I'm sorry, okay? I played Madden and thought that bringing him to the Ravens was a Madden only idea that was like, there's no way they're ever going to be able to do this. Or Jadeveon Clowney or Dalvin frickin' Cook. Look at me, okay? Look at me. Look at these eyes. The Ravens are doing things that other teams are just not willing to do. That's why they're winning.
Hey, I thought it was all over.
Okay, as we get prepared for the inevitable Ravens-Chiefs bloodbath in this championship game, we're going to find out what their view is on their turning point of the season with this video. Let's go.
The Ravens are the #1 overall seed in the AFC, and
Yep, and shout out to my wife. Shout out, Shannon. You are a diehard Ravens fan. You made me love the Ravens for a very long time, but of course, the greatest Raven ever, Shannon Sharp and Ray Lewis. Man, they made me fall in love with the game along with many other people. So shout out to them. Shout out to the Ravens. Shout out to that great organization and everything that y'all do.
they're in great position going into the playoffs. And looking back at this season up to this point, there really was a clear turning point in my mind. That happened all the way back in October on the other side of the Atlantic Ocean. The team's Week 6 trip to London was really significant for this team. To go back and kind of set the stage for that trip, the Ravens were coming off a really tough loss to the Pittsburgh Steelers, and they were sitting at 3-2 on the season. That flight to London came less than 24 hours after the loss to Pittsburgh, and it was a long flight across the ocean. Once the Ravens got there,
right there, that man is a ridiculous pickup for the Ravens. I don't care what anybody says. The addition of Roquan Smith, I'm sorry, okay? I played Madden and thought that bringing him to the Ravens was a Madden only idea that was like, there's no way they're ever going to be able to do this. Or Jadeveon Clowney or Dalvin frickin' Cook. Look at me, okay? Look at me. Look at these eyes. The Ravens are doing things that other teams are just not willing to do. That's why they're winning.
the team really had to take a hard look in the mirror and make some corrections on the issues that cost them early in the season. The Ravens also had an entire week of bonding time. They stayed at a hotel far outside the city for the whole week without much to do beyond practice and just hang out with one another. The trip had a real bonding experience, and the team grew closer during that time. The Ravens won that game in London against the Titans and then went on to win 10 out of 11 games to lock up the AFC's #1 overall seed. And in looking back at the season, that trip to London and the time that the team had together was more significant than anyone realized at the time.
It was tough because it was after the Pittsburgh loss, and we were kind of reeling, and we were kind of looking at ourselves, and we had to ask ourselves some tough questions, and guys did that. Came out and played a real tough game against a tough team, very physical team. And since then, I think we've just gotten better and better. So, and it was like that. We were together. We had a chance to just grow together a little bit from a football standpoint, but also just from a family standpoint.
Yeah, it was definitely valuable for us, man. Like you said, coming off a tough loss, we got a chance to regroup, reconnect with one another, spend time with one another. Just get back on the same accord. But no, it was a great trip, very valuable.
So I really do believe that trip was a turning point for this team, and it's been awesome to see the way that this group has come together throughout the season. And before I go today, I also want to make sure you know we are hosting a live episode.
Hey, shout out to anybody that's watching this video right now. This date is already passed, so don't be waiting for this. This is already gone.
Of the Lounge Podcast, that's going to be tonight starting at 7 p.m. at High Tops. We can't wait to see everyone there. So come on out, join us for the live taping. Again, that's 7 o'clock at High Tops tonight. Thanks for watching. We'll see you there.
A shout out to the Panthers for the Ravens. Panthers would never be this successful. Don't even. Shout out to the Ravens for bringing us this. It's interesting to see how some teams treat the international games as a problem. Some people will look at it and be like, man, that the inflammation, just the overall effort it takes to do these games is bad. But then you hear great stories, like from the one from Rich Eisen. It's been about probably 2.5 years when he went to, I believe it was Frankfurt for the first time. And I'll always remember that story. I'll shout it out every time. Shout out him and everybody over at the show, the boys and all. Yeah, I'm blown away at just the international community embracing the sport of football, embracing fans, and everything like that. And of course, the players were able to benefit greatly from it, camaraderie, being around each other, and of course, not a whole lot to do. So, got to hang out with your teammates. So, if you want more reactions, more breakdowns, more anything else, socials are linked below. My name is Nick. This has been Roll Coverage. This is a short one today. Nice, simple reaction. So, hopefully, you put your feet up and enjoy some time with the family. Peace.